The bullet hits the scout in the center of its body. The creature shrieks and collapses into a cloud of black dust and foul-smelling smoke, which the rain quickly washes away. The scout is gone, but the danger is not. The shot was loud, too loud. A deep rumbling starts beneath our feet. The ground begins to shake. Small cracks spiderweb across the pavement. An old car rattles violently. The rumbling grows into a low, powerful groan. Something immense is waking. Kale swears under his breath, reloading his pistol with a quick, practiced movement. We know this sound. We've heard it before. The street cracks wide open. A huge fissure splits the concrete. Steam pours from the darkness below. The groan becomes a deafening roar. Then it rises. A colossal figure pulls itself from the broken earth. A bell demon, 3 times taller than a man. A nightmare of rusted metal and dark energy. Its body a cage of twisted iron bars. Inside its hollow chest hangs a single enormous brass bell. Thick, heavy chains drag from its arms. It has no face, only a smooth, dark metal plate. It turns its head slowly, scanning the street. The bell in its chest sways, but makes no sound. These creatures absorb sound. They feed on it. The closer it gets, the deeper the quiet becomes. Even the rain seems to fade. The world holds its breath. The bell demon releases a roar without noise, a wave of pressure. Windows shatter. Glass falls silently to the street. This is not a scout. This is a true demon. A piece of the darkness that has swallowed our world. It takes a heavy step forward. The ground shakes. Chains scrape the pavement, but remain silent. This is the enemy. This is the silence made real. The fight begins. We move like a well-oiled machine, each of us knowing our part. Mira is the first to act. She runs toward the nearest building, her feet light on the broken pavement. She leaps, catching a low fire escape, and begins to climb. She moves with impossible speed, a dark shape scaling the brick wall. Her goal is to get above the demon, to find a weak point from a higher angle. The demon tracks her movement, its faceless head tilting upward. But it is too slow, too heavy to stop her. Kale opens fire. His pistols roar, spitting bullets of silver, spitting bullets of blessed iron. The shots are loud for a moment, then the sound is eaten by the demon's presence. The bullets hit the demon's iron bar cage, sparking and ricocheting. They leave small dents and scratches, but they do no real damage. The demon does not even seem to notice. It continues its slow, relentless advance. Kyle keeps firing, moving backward, trying to draw its attention away from Mira and the others. His face is a mask of concentration, but frustration is growing in his eyes. Juno starts his chant, his voice now loud and clear, fighting against the suffocating silence. He swings his censer in a wide arc, sending clouds of thick, white incense, smoke toward the demon. The smoke billows around the creature's legs. The demon pauses. It seems confused by the scent, by the holy words. It takes a hesitant step, then another, its movements becoming less certain. Juno's ritual is working. It is buying us time, but it is not a weapon. It cannot kill the beast. It can only hold it at bay for a few precious moments. Rook lets out a battle cry and charges. He runs straight at the monster, his massive hammer held high. He is a force of nature, a man against a god of silence. He swings the hammer with all his might, aiming for the demon's leg. The sound of the impact is swallowed instantly, but we see the result. The hammer connects with a shower of sparks. The demon stumbles back a step, its iron leg bent at an unnatural angle. But it is not enough. The demon swings a massive arm, and a heavy chain whips through the air, catching Rook and sending him flying into the side of a building. Kale sees Rook fall. He sees his bullets bounce harmlessly off the demon's hide. He hears Juno's desperate chants, and in that moment of failure, a memory hits him. It is not a thought. It is a storm. A flash of images, sharp and painful. He sees his village. It is burning. The night sky is red with fire. The smell of smoke and burning wood fills the air. He is a boy again, small and afraid. He is hiding behind a well, watching the chaos. The screams of his friends and family are all around him. One sound is louder than all the others. The sound is a bell. The bell from the village church tower. It is ringing. But the sound is wrong. It is not a happy sound. It is not a call to prayer. It is a frantic, desperate clang. It is fast and loud, a sound of pure terror. He sees his father. His father is running toward the church. He is shouting something. The boy cannot hear the words over the ringing of the bell. He only sees his father's face, twisted in fear and determination. He is pointing at the bell tower. The memory shifts. He is inside the church tower now, with his father. The heat is intense. The massive bronze bell is swinging wildly above them. But something is wrong. A dark, shadowy creature is attached to the bell. Its form merged with the metal. The demon is not attacking the bell. It is ringing it. It is using the bell to call more of its kind.
His father pushes a heavy wooden beam. He is trying to stop the bell from swinging. He yells at Kale, "The sound! Stop the sound!"
Then, the memory ends. Kale is back on the wet street. The bell demon is turning toward Juno. His father's words echo in his mind. Stop the sound. He looks at the demon. He looks at the massive bell hanging inside its chest. They were wrong. They were all wrong. They thought the demons hated the bells, but they don't. They use them. The bell is not a weakness. It is a heart. It is the source of its power, and like any heart, it can be broken. A new plan forms in Kyle's mind, a desperate and risky idea. He knows what he has to do. He has to get to the bell. He has to silence it forever.
The bell! Break the bell!
Mira, perched on a third-story ledge, understands immediately. She nods, then begins to make her way down, moving from window to window. Juno hears him and his chanting changes. The words become sharper. The words become more focused. He throws his censer. It sails through the air in an arc, landing directly in front of the demon. A huge cloud of thick white smoke erupts, completely blinding the creature for a moment. It roars in confusion, swinging its chains wildly in the smoke. Rook pushes himself up from the rubble. He is hurt, but not broken. He spits blood on the ground. He grips his hammer. He sees Kale's plan in his eyes. He gives a short, sharp nod. Kale runs, not away from the demon, but directly toward it. He holsters his pistols, breaks into a sprint. The demon is still disoriented by the smoke. Kyle reaches the monster. Using its bent leg as a ramp, he runs up its body. He scrambles up the iron bars of its chest, climbing toward the silent bell hanging within. The demon feels him. It begins to shake its body, trying to throw him off. Kale holds on tight, the rusted metal cutting into his hands. He is almost there. He can see the bell clearly now, a huge piece of dark brass covered in strange symbols. Mira lands silently on the demon's shoulder. She drives her spear deep into the joint where the demon's arm meets its body. The creature shrieks in silent pain, its arm going limp. The shaking stops for a second. It is the opening they need. Kale pulls himself up and over the final bar, dropping inside the demon's chest cavity. He is standing on a metal plate just below the massive bell.
Rook, now!
Rook is already moving. He swings his hammer, not at the demon's body, but at the heavy chains dragging on the ground. He hits one chain with all his strength. The link shatters. He swings again, breaking another. He is trying to unbalance the beast. The demon stumbles forward, its body lurching. Inside, Kale is thrown against the bell. A low, dull echoes, the first sound the bell has made. A loud, discordant echoes through the night. It is the first real sound we have heard since the demon appeared. It is the sound of the bell breaking. A web of fractures spreads across the brass surface. The demon shudders violently. It lets out a true scream, a sound of pure agony that is not silenced. It is a high, tearing shriek of metal and dying energy. Light pours from the cracks in the bell. The light grows brighter and brighter, until it is blinding. Kale shields his eyes, bracing himself for the end. The bell demon explodes. A wave of force and golden light erupts from its chest, throwing Kale clear of the blast. He lands hard on the wet pavement, the air knocked from his lungs. The demon's iron body shatters into a million pieces, which turn to dust before they even hit the ground. The suffocating silence is gone. The sound of the city rushes back in, the steady drumming of the rain, the whistle of the wind, the distant drip of water. The world is loud again, and it is the most beautiful sound Kale has ever heard. The quiet is broken. We gather in the middle of the street, in the pouring rain. Rook helps Kale to his feet. Mira retrieves her spear, her face calm. Juno picks up his dented censer, a small, tired smile on his face. The rain feels different now. It is not hiding us. It is cleaning the streets. It washes away the black dust of the demon, carrying the last traces of the monster into the drains. Above us, in the distant towers, a single bell begins to ring. A slow, steady chime, then another joins it. Soon, the bells of the city are ringing again, their sound clear and hopeful in the night air. The bells do not save us. We know that now. They are just metal and rope. They are a memory of a time before the darkness came. But memory is a weapon. The demons will return. They always do. But so will we. We are the hunters. We are the keepers of the stories. We are the memory of the living. And as long as we remember how to fight, as long as we remember what we fight for, we will never truly be silenced.